Good morning, everybody. This is Donald Blomdahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and collectibles, coming to you live from Arlington, Washington, with our episode 2, Animals and People and Places. Let's remember the days of past. There he is. How you doing there, Lisa? Big Ray, Jay Thompson. Let me scroll back to the 10 o'clock early birds here and get everybody in today. Looks like right at 10 o'clock sharp, Lisa was in the house. Lisa has one. Bipster. Hopefully you all are having a great start to your day. We got Big Ray. We've got, let's see, Bipster again. We've got Lisa again. We've got Jay. We got Lisa. She's got her 3. Lisa's maxed out for this morning. Okay. We got Jay. We got Bipster with his 3, Maximus. Big Ray with his 2. Big Ray with his 3. Danny Gray's Toys is here. You guys are going on a trip soon, aren't you there? I saw your video when you opened up my Patreon package. Jay Thompson's maxed out. Let's see, Danny and Gray's has got, let's see, let me scroll up. Did I miss him? Danny and Gray's has 3. And we have 1005. Danny and Gray's. Oh, that's Danny and Gray's, not Faith Family and Sports. Seeing things here. Danny and Gray's cards and toys. Alright, so I got Danny and Gray's in here with 3. With 3. And it looks like we are good to go as soon as 10:06 rolls around. I'll give everybody till the 10:05 timestamp. What are we doing today? I'm sorry I'm late. No, you're not late. We didn't start yet. I'm going to go into what our topic is going to be here in just a second. Sorry, I was running a minute or 2 late. I guess I was enjoying the shower too much this morning. Chopping veggies. All right. So we got 3 for Lisa, 3 for Bipster, 3 for Big Ray, 3 for Jay, and 3 for Danny and Gray's Toys. Let me get Danny and Gray's Toys in here first, since he's the first timer this month. Let me get you into our wheel of names there, Danny and Gray's. First in the live chat, usually it's the first 2 minutes, but I was running late today, so I gave everybody through the first 5 minutes to get their 3 free entries. We get Danny and Gray's in here real quick. 2. And then 3. Got Danny and Gray's. Get him checked off the list here. Let's see. Jay Thompson and Bipster. I can get your 3s in one fell swoop here. Jay and Bipster. Let me get Big Ray and Lisa. Don't mind me, I'm getting tongue-tied. Big Ray. There's Big Ray. Big Ray's 3 entries here. And I would like to take this time while I'm doing this to thank everybody for my eBay auctions this last week. I did very well. I sold one Shohei Ohtani to somebody in Philadelphia for $82. And I think Big Ray bought another Shohei Ohtani for, I believe it was 12. I think it might have been 12 or 13. Let's see, and let me get Lisa's in here. Lisa, I know you're up there somewhere. There's Lisa. Let me get 3 entries for Lisa. Then I'll be caught up. Then I'll go over a little quick preview before we start at about 10:10 here for our content at hand. Right? I got Lisa's 3 entries in here. We have 329 entries for the month of July giveaway. So we do have 329 entries for the month of July giveaway. And today is what, the 13th? We're almost halfway through the month. My, oh my, how the month flies by. All right, great to be on the lake. Yeah, I was doing that yesterday. I don't know if anybody saw my spur of the moment stream. We took a couple of girls from church out there so they'd go swim in the lake. And me and the wife were relaxing, and it was fun. It was fun. Let's see, Danny and Gray's 10:05 your time, 1:05 my time. Yes, it is 1:05 for those East Coasters. That is for sure. But for today, as you can see, probably if you've seen, each of the 3 episodes on this series have a different thumbnail. And today's, of course, is, are you proud to be an American? Are you proud to be an American? Oh, I got the Acuna rookie and Otani, I think. I think if I remember right, you got 1 card, I think. Maybe it was the Acuna. But I know, oh, and Otani, I think, was last week. Okay, that's what it was. Sometimes everything's a blur to me sometimes. But we are going to do our stack of animals, people, and places today. However, I've mixed it up and put a few, I think about 3 starter cards on here that I had and wanted to share with the channel. And then we will get into the stack of cards that we have here. So USA all the way. That's right. And if those athletes don't want to stand up on the podium and face our flag, they shouldn't be on the Olympic team. Is my consensus there. But as a way of breaking things up today, we are on the All-Star break. Of course, tonight, remember, is the All-Star game in Denver, Colorado. Since they moved it from Atlanta, where it should have been, right there, Bipster. Should have been in Atlanta, and MLB stole it from Atlanta and sent it all the way over to Colorado. They weren't even scheduled to have it, and last minute they said, let's give it to Colorado. Go figure, right? Anywho, we are going to, are you proud to be an American is the kind of theme for today. I don't know what Bipster has in store for us in the stack here, but I do have a few things here. Of course, you can see my Score USA flags here. I've got 6 of them here. All right, and we do have a unique one that's in the box here. I'll pull it out really quick here. This is the unique USA flag card that has an error card. This one is the error card on the back here. But this is a dual card. There's 2 cards in this one, and the one here has an error, so this is my pair of a regular USA card and the error card on the bottom. I think it's just the way the Score 1991 printed in USA is on the back. I believe one of them might not have the copyright sign or something like that, I think, from what I remember. And other than that, boycotting, watching like tournament at park tonight. Big Ray at Donald also got my monthly giveaway package. Living in Indiana, I like the Notre Dame cards. Pulled a couple rookie cards from the Heritage pack. Thank you again. Oh, no problem. It's just a way for me to give back a little bit to everybody that supports me in the channel. Every month it's going to be a different type prize, different type of package that I will send out. But just a little way for me to give back to the community. Down the road, when I get into more of my Hall of Fame content, when I get that all organized, we'll be doing a little bit more with the giveaways for sure, and having some fun with some different types of sales down the road. That content will be forthcoming. We are at 10:13. I did come on late, so we'll run a little bit late, but that's okay. So let me set this one aside for now, move these out of the way, get this base and error card set back here. Let me get these right here. Alright, I'm going to get ready to put these back in. This is just to start off the stream and have a little bit of red, white, and blue action going on there. I'm going to put these in here for now. Alright, and then I'm going to start with Colonel Powell here. Tell you a little background story about Colonel Powell. A couple of years ago, I did have a chance to meet Colonel Powell. He came to Seattle with, let's see, who was there? I think it was Colonel Powell. I believe Rudy Giuliani was there, amongst a whole bunch of other speakers and stuff. And it was kind of like it was kind of unique the way it was set up. They had invited out a bunch of leaders in our community and pastors and lay workers and different things like that. And you were able to buy tickets to the event. Certain people like that were invited first, and then it was kind of opened up to the public for the remaining tickets, and it was a very interesting time, that's for sure. So I got to meet Colonel Powell, got to meet Rudy Giuliani, and a bunch of different notable speakers for sure. So that was really fun. But we're going to, this of course, Colonel Powell was a 4-star, and you can see on his card here, on this one here, I don't know if they all had it like this one, but this has the gold label with the U.S. 4-star on there. Let me read the back of his card here. It says, the New York Yankees announced that General Colonel Powell, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, would throw out the first ball at Yankee Stadium on opening day, Monday, April 15, 1991. The Yankees were pleased and proud that General Powell accepted their invitation. General Powell raised in the South Bronx, attended Morris Park High School and City College. The Yankees' opening day ceremonies honored America and the men and women who have served this country with honor and devotion. All right, and then followed by our people, animals, people, and places video today, we will have a family mail call package that I got in the mail yesterday from Ethan's Elvis Covers and More. So I'll put this back in here together with these USA cards, and that goes in this section here of my display and has been here for quite some time for now. So you can stay right there, Colonel Powell. And then we're going to get into this stack of cards for people, animals, people, and places. Let's remember the days of past. And then we will get into this family mail call package from Ethan. Oops, I got to get that situated really quick here so it doesn't tumble. There we go. All right, so this is from Ethan to me, Hall of Fame Veteran Sports Cards. And we will open up this at the end of the stream. Don't let me forget in case I forget about it. But I think we should be good. So other than that, I got 2 more cards to show, and then we'll get into the Bipster bundle here. We'll call it the Bipster bundle. Big Ray pulled a Joe Montana from the Dante. I about died when I pulled that. I've got a baseball card of a ball player with the Twin Towers in the background. Don't remember who it was. That is interesting. That's nice there. James, that is cool. Do I hear a running fan, sir? Yes. I always kind of have that running in the background. If I'm quiet, you can probably hear it. It's not super hot today, but it's supposed to get, I think, up to, let me see today. Let me check really quick here. It's not supposed to get too warm today here. I think it's probably supposed to get up to, yeah, about 77, I think. Yeah, 77 by about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So not too bad. I just like to have the fan running to circulate the air and make it more enjoyable. So the first card we got up here is just an oddball type card. I had offered it to somebody and they said, nah, I don't need that one. So we're going to go through this one for now. Team traditions and celebrations. This is the Bobblehead Museum for the Miami Marlins. That is a cool looking card for sure. The Bobblehead Museum so it's probably at the Miami Marlins Stadium. It says Bobblehead Museum, situated behind home plate on the main concourse of Marlins Park. The Bobblehead Museum once featured more than 1,000 subjects. Visitors can search a player name in a computer database to find their location on the display. Because the bottom of the case shakes, the noggins stay in constant motion. So I thought that was a cool card to just share for our opener today. All right. And then one other card real quick before we get into the Bipsters. Here is, besides we had Colonel Powell, we had the Bobblehead Museum, and then we have Clark the mascot. I think that I got this recently in a pack of cards. Just thought I would share this out really quick. It says Clark mascot. With more than 20,000 Twitter followers, Clark is among the most internet savvy of the MLB mascots. The cuddly team talisman is the great-grandson of Joa, who was the original live bear mascot for the franchise in the early 1900s. At the 2018 MLB All-Star Game, he won the mascot home run derby. That is pretty cool. I didn't know they had a mascot home run derby. There you go. Clark the mascot. Cool card there. Just thought I would share those two before we get into the cards at hand. So first off the bat here, we've got Mark Spitz. Mark Spitz, champion swimmer, the first athlete to win 7 gold medals in one Olympic Games. Mark is considered the greatest swimmer in U.S. history. He not only won 4 individual races and 3 relays at the 1972 Munich Games, he set world records in all 7 events. Before his history-making meet, Mark had earned 4 medals in Mexico City in 1968 and 8 individual NCAA championships while competing for Indiana. So, Olympics athlete Mark Spitz is our opener for our set today. All right, next up to bat here, we've got Captain Edward Smith. Historical. Captain Edward Smith. Historical. Smith joined the White Star Line as an officer in 1880, serving on trips to Australia and New York City, and first became a captain in 1887. 25 years later, he was appointed to captain the unsinkable luxury liner Titanic on her maiden voyage. In 1912, Smith died with more than 1,500 people aboard after the ship sank. I believe everybody knows the story about the Titanic. Okay, next up to bat here, we've got Luis Pasteur. Luis Pasteur. This is a Allen and Ginter 2007. The world's champions, chemist and microbiologist Luis Pasteur. Pasteur saved countless lives. The French chemist and microbiologist identified bacteria and proved that they could be removed from drinks, such as milk and wine, by boiling and cooling the liquids, the process that came to be known as pasteurization. He also was known for his experiments that confirmed germ theory, and for his work developing vaccines to fight disease, including the first for rabies. So Luis Pasteur
Sounds like he was an awesome person. Alright, something that I enjoy is things from Washington, D.C. And that's not including some of the corrupt politicians that get into office and run the place. Our country's capital is the best place in our country, I think, as long as the certain people would just leave our history alone and not try to take it away from our country. The world champions national landmark, the Washington Monument, the towering white obelisk at the west end of Washington, D.C.'s National Mall honors George Washington, the first president of the United States. It stands more than 550 feet, is composed of sandstone, marble, and granite, and took more than 36 years to build. Though it can be seen from 30 to 40 miles off against a clear day, tourists prefer snapping photos up close, which requires creative camera work for sure. So there you have it, the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. They're all corrupt, says Big Race. Oh yeah, unfortunately. There's very few people in D.C. that do positive things for our country, that's for sure. Alright, next we have it looks like it's another Olympic athlete, Carrie Strug. Carrie Strug. Champion gymnast Carrie Strug. Carrie courageously vaulted into the hearts of America and onto the gold medal podium. Though she had to be carried there by coach Bella Carolyi during the 1996 Olympic Games, needing a high-scoring vault to give the U.S. a team gold, she shook off a badly injured ankle, landed a winning score, and after raising her arms, collapsed on the mat in one of gymnastics' most memorable performances. Carrie Strug, champion gymnast. Okay. Boom, here we go. Yep, hurt ankle stuff, exactly. Alright, Rampage Jackson is next up in our lineup here with the Allen and Ginter 2008 Topps card. Rampage Jackson, mixed martial arts champion. Rampage Jackson, Quentin Rampage Jackson, is as engaging outside the ring as he is dominant inside it. His success in Japan's Pride Fighting Championship gained him world acclaim, and he has since become one of the premier fighters in mixed martial arts. The tough, athletic, and unpredictable Jackson, who continues to rack up wins, took 28 of his first 34 pro bouts and captured the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. Rampage Jackson. Scooch these over this way because the way I'm putting them in the box, it's easier for me to go this way. Alright. There we go. A lot easier to put it in there. Next up the bat, we've got Beethoven, Allen and Ginter Topps 2009. Is a classical composer, Ludwig van Beethoven, one of the most celebrated and influential musicians of all time. Beethoven began his career as a piano player and composer before broadening his range. His Ninth Symphony, composed during Ludwig's late period in the early 1800s, remains among the most famous works of classical music. The German genius gradually lost his hearing in his 20s, but continued to write, compose, and perform. Doctor's office calling. We'll be back. No problem there, Big Ray. We will be here, that's for sure. So Ludwig van Beethoven. Right, next up to bat here, we've got the Eiffel Tower. We've got the Eiffel Tower from Allen and Ginter, 2007. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me see if I get. Let me see. Hold on. You know, I think it's bright enough. Let me see if I can allow you to see the cards a little bit better. Not much difference. The only drawback is on these cards is the white coloring does not show up. It doesn't do it justice. See, I mean, I'd almost have to have them angled this way so you can kind of see the blue tint surrounding it, but it's such a white card. That's what kind of makes it a little awkward to see, in case you're wondering why is my lighting not that good. Let's see. Let me see something. It's down here. Does it help any? Not really, huh? I'm trying to figure out how to get better lighting on it. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. I really apologize for this. I don't know what else to do. FJ the King is in the house. Hey down there, FJ. Hey FJ. Hi Lisa. Right, but the Eiffel Tower, historic landmark, one of the most distinct monuments and popular tourist destinations on the globe, the Eiffel Tower has captivated in excess of 200 million visitors. The Iron Tower, which rises more than 1,000 feet above the River Seine in Paris, replaced the Washington Monument as the world's tallest structure when it was finished in 1889, built for a World's Fair that year. It was named for architect Gustave Eiffel. So there we go, the Eiffel Tower. See, when it's a better lighting on, or a background on the card, it shows up a lot better. Like this one, Rudolph Valentino, actor, Panini American Trading Card Company, from 2019. Valentino starred in a number of popular silent films, most notably The Sheik, and became one of the earliest sex symbols of the motion picture era, playing up his European brand of suave masculinity, further cementing his status as a transformative figure in American romantic culture. Was the mad frenzy of his legions of female admirers following his sudden death in 1928 at the age of 31. You imagine that in your prime of acting, and at 31 you were short-lived. Alright, next up to bat up in the lineup, it looks like we have a jockey here, Chris McCarron. Chris McCarron, horse racing, manufactured by Panini America Golden Age. This is a 2014 product. This isn't a case of horse racing. Oh, no. Chris McCarron, horse racing. This isn't a case of the student becoming the master. McCarron mastered the art of horse racing at a young age, collecting 7,141 wins and better than $260 million in purses. With all that know-how, of course, he went into teaching. After retiring, McCarron found the North American Racing Academy to train future riders. So there you go. Chris McCarron was a jockey and then turned into a teacher afterwards. Victor Hugo, Allen and Ginter's 2008 Topps, is in the lineup next. Victor Hugo, poet, playwright, and novelist. The son of an army general, the Paris-educated Hugo became one of the most important French romantic writers of the 19th century. Two of his best works, The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Les Miserables, were authored 31 years apart. These are just cards that the Bipster of All Things Good and Godly put together and sent to me to do a series on. In between, Victor penned several works of intensely rich poetry and became a political figure who advocated for social justice during a turbulent time. Oh, there you go. You can share that in the channel there, FJ. That would be cool. No. There we go. Victor Hugo. Sorry. Right. So, get a drink of water real quick here. As FJ's letting everybody know the secret. I think he gave a sneak preview yesterday during my lake video. That's good. I'll have to try and check out Walgreens before they might sell out in my neck of the woods. See if Walgreens is doing that here. Alright, next up the bat we've got here is Susan B. Anthony. Probably most people nowadays might know Susan B. Anthony as her being on a dollar coin. The world's champion civil rights leader, Susan B. Anthony. Susan was a revolutionary and one of the most influential women in United States history. She traveled the world to effect change on several civil rights causes, particularly for women. She is best known for her role in helping women gain the right to vote in the late 1800s. The Massachusetts native also helped reform education and labor laws and was a strong voice in the anti-slavery and temperance movements. Susan B. Anthony. Okay. Next we have up here is Tommy Smothers, entertainer. Tommy Smothers. I think he was with the Smothers Brothers, wasn't he? This is a 2013 Panini Gold Age product, card number 124. They call entertainers who can sing, act, and dance triple threats. Smothers has them all beat. He was an entertainer, an extraordinaire, known as a comedian, composer, musician, and an athlete who competed in gymnastics and the pole vault in college. The guitar player on John Lennon's Give Peace a Chance. And Lennon, he also starred with his brother Dick on TV's The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. There we go, the Smothers Brothers. I knew as soon as I saw Tommy Smothers, it had to be the Smothers Brothers. And here we go, followed up by Dick Smothers, entertainer. That must be his brother. The sons of a U.S. Army officer, Smothers and his brother, Tommy, didn't follow in their dad's footsteps and marched into the world of entertainment instead. In 1959, the Smothers Boys gave the world of folk music a whirl. Later, they realized audiences loved their sibling rivalry comedy bits that they did. Dick was the so-called smart brother, and the act led to the TV's The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, as was mentioned on his brother's card. Dick Smothers. There we go. Next up to bat here, agree they resell for $55 to $60 if someone wanted to flip them. I think $35 is a great price for a mega box. There we go. My Walgreens hasn't sold any. I went back yesterday and still had 7 left since I bought 3 the day before. Maybe they won't sell as fast because it will be harder to resell. Also, they cost more. There we go. Alright, next up to bat here, we've got James Fenimore Cooper, Allen and Ginter 2008 tops. James Fenimore Cooper is a novelist, the son of Cooperstown, New York founder William Cooper. James was a prolific and popular writer who specialized in sea stories and historical works as perhaps the first true American novelist. He is best known for his Leatherstocking Tales, which are chronicles of Native Americans and American frontiersmen, such as Natty Bumppo during the 18th century. They included the classic The Last of the Mohicans. There you go, James Fenimore Cooper. Alright, next up to bat here, it looks like we have a 2011 Goodwin Champions by Upper Deck. John L. Sullivan, boxing. John L. Sullivan, born October 15th, 1858, in Roxbury, Massachusetts. The Boston Strongman, as Sullivan was known, is a significant figure in boxing history because his career bridged the bare-knuckle era and the era of gloves and Marcus of Quisenberry rules. Officially, he compiled a 38-1-2 with 32 knockouts. But he fought hundreds of exhibitions that weren't included in his record. He was considered the first heavyweight champion of gloved boxing from 1881 to 1892, and his lone loss was to Gentleman Jim Corbett in his final bout. 2011 Goodwin Champions. Okay, back. Got busy. No problem there, Jay. Understood. Alright. Plus, if you have a Walgreens number, you get a percentage of the money back in your Walgreens account. Yep, I have a number. Okay, back. Got busy. Alright, let's continue on here as we go through this stack here. I'll try and let you know when we're about halfway, probably. Okay, next up to bat here is Les Miles. Allen and Ginter 2008 tops. You can hear the trash man outside. We used to be an early morning trash pickup. Now we turned into a late morning, early afternoon sometimes. National champion college football coach. Les has won at least 11 games and finished in the top 5 of the AP poll in each of his 3 seasons as LSU's head football coach. In 2007, he broke new ground. Miles directed the Tigers to a 12-2 record, including a 38-24 victory against Ohio State in the BCS National Championship game. It was LSU's second national title in 4 years, but the first for the innovative coach from Elyria, Ohio. Les Miles. Okay. Ethan's Elvis covers and more. How you doing there, Ethan? Thanks for popping into the stream here. Appreciate you being here, brother. Happy birthday from yesterday. Pretty sure I sent you a happy birthday wish on Facebook. Hopefully you're having a great day today. And thanks for popping into the stream here. Alright. So next up to bat here we've got Harriet Beecher Stowe. Allen and Ginter's 2008 tops. Harriet Beecher Stowe is an author and abolitionist. Countless abolitionists spoke out against the cruelty of slavery, but few did so with the eloquence or power rendered in Harriet's 1852 novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin. The book, inspired by a letter from her sister-in-law, stands as one of the most important American works. Stowe, who was born to a Protestant minister in Connecticut, penned several other novels decrying human oppression and justice. So, Harriet Beecher Stowe. Right, Next up to bat here, Next in the lineup is Helmuth, a poker player, 2009 Goodwin champions by Upper Deck. So, Phil Helmuth announced his arrival in poker when, as a 24-year-old in 1989, he won his first World Series of Poker main event by defeating Johnny Chan and becoming, at the time, the youngest player to ever win a main event. Since then, he's set a record with 11 WSOP bracelets. This was from 2019 Goodwin champions Upper Deck. Alright. So next up to bat here, we've got Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper from Allen and Ginter, 2007. Unsolved Mystery, Jack the Ripper. A series of unsolved London murders in 1888 were attributed to Jack the Ripper. Though the identity of the killer or killers was never determined, 5 of 11 crimes in the Whitechapel area between 1888 and 1891 came to be known as the Ripper Murders. They included mutilation that some said indicated that the killer had surgical skills, but Scotland Yard could not solve the case. Right. Next up to that here is, looks like an ice skater, 2009 Goodwin champions by Upper Deck, Yamaguchi figure skater. Christy Yamaguchi is known to sports fans for claiming the top spot in women's singles figure skating at the 1992 international competition in France, and is recalled by television audiences paired with Mark Ballas as the winner of the season 6 of the ABC reality show Dancing with the Stars. So Christy Yamaguchi. Right, next up to bat here, we've got Claude Money. Claude Money, Allen & Ginter's 2008 tops. Claude Monet is a painter, a founder of French Impressionist painting. Claude, as a young man, enjoyed visiting the Louvre in Paris and painting what he saw, including other artists copying its masterpieces. The term Impressionism was derived from one of his great works, Impression Sunrise. Monet's affinity for nature and light can be seen in several of his paintings, including the early 20th century water lilies. So there you have it, Claude Monet, a painter. Okay. I think of us, we're going as nuts as you did, Ethan, and it was not even our present. Alright, so 2009 Goodwin champions by Upper Deck. I think this is Peggy Fleming, isn't it? Yep, Peggy Fleming. A 5-time U.S. champion and 3-time winner at the World Championships. Fleming's crowning achievement came with her win in women's singles ice skating at the 1968 international competition in Grenoble, France, since she has toured as a professional skater and worked as a television announcer. Peggy Fleming. Right. Next up to that is Bram Stoker, Allen & Ginter's 2008 tops. Right. Bram Stoker was also a novelist. Bram grew up in Ireland, longing to be an author, but to earn a living, he was a civil servant in Dublin Castle, a personal assistant to actor Sir Henry Irving, and a longtime manager of Lyceum in England, or London. Stoker did manage to write as a young man, but nothing that compared to the splash he made at the age of 50 in 1897 with Dracula. The horror novel became a classic and an enduring influence to vampire stories. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there. That's a sneak peek at my Yellowstone Ghost Stories series. All right. Next up to bat here, we've got Robert Johnson, a museum for the 2011 Goodwin Champions by Upper Deck. Robert Johnson, born May 8, 1911, in Hazelhurst, Mississippi. An itinerant performer who played on street corners and juke joints during his lifetime. Johnson had little critical or commercial success while he was alive, but Johnson's songs were realized in 1961, long after his death in 1938, and he was recognized as a master of the Delta Bluegrass styles, the Delta Blues styles. He was inducted into the first class into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1986 as an early influence, and Rolling Stone ranked him 5th on its list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all times. Okay. Get a sip of water real quick here. Hopefully you all are having a good Tuesday out there, as I am having my version of my first day of my YouTube week. Alright. Let's continue on here for our next one. Joey Chestnut, Allen and Ginter, 2008. The world's champion's hot dog eating champion, Joey Chestnut, getting out of Joey's way at the buffet line after impressive performances in chicken wing waffle, hamburger, and deep fried asparagus eating contests, among others. He was the man who finally overcame the great Takeru Kobayashi in the Nathan's famous 4th of July International Hor Dog Eating Contest in 2007. The Californian did so by devouring 66 dogs and buns in 12 minutes, setting a world record. Joey Chestnut, hot dog eating champion. What a great feat to be known about, right? Next up to bat here, we've got a U.S. President, Lyndon Baines Johnson. U.S. President 2009 Goodwin Champions by Upper Deck. The 35th President of the United States from 1963 to 1969, Johnson was Vice President when John F. Kennedy was assassinated, and later defeated Barry Goldwater in the 1964 presidential election. A Democrat, he was known for the Great Society legislation that improved civil rights health care. Lyndon Baines Johnson. Next up to that, we have another president, Dwight David Eisenhower. Allen Ginter 2007 product. Dwight David Eisenhower, President of the United States, having served as commanding general in Europe for America's World War II victory and buoyed by the catchy slogan, "I like Ike," Eisenhower was elected the 34th president in 1952. He was a popular choice. He served 2 terms while trying to settle Cold War tensions abroad, urged the desegregation of schools and armed forces in the U.S., and stressed the merits of a balanced domestic budget. Dwight David Eisenhower. Next up to bat here, we've got 2011 Goodwin champions by Upper Deck, Rudolph Valentino, an actor. Most people probably know or are familiar a little bit with Rudolph Valentino, born May 6, 1895, in Castellaneta, Italy. Valentino was one of the biggest heartthrobs during the silent film era of the 1920s. After growing up in Italy and spending time in Paris, he came to the United States in 1913 at the age of 18. By 1917, he had moved to Los Angeles and was taking small parts in films. In 1921, he was cast in the lead in The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, making him a star. His death in 1926 at age 31 sent millions of women into mourning, and an estimated 100,000 people paid respects at his funeral in New York. So Rudolph Valentino. Right, what's Big Ray saying? Year 22 starts today, Ethan. My favorite number. Wishing you a good year for you, buddy. There you go. Alright. Do a quick refresh on the chat so I do know where I left off reviewing. Alright, next up to bat, or in the lineup here I should say, we've got Charles Dickens, Allen and Ginter 2008 tops. The world's champions novelist Charles Dickens, the 19th century author of numerous novels and ghost stories. Charles was sent at age 12 to work at the shoe blacking factory after his father was put in debtor's prison. Dickens eventually found a joyful escape in writing. Works such as The Great Expectations, The Pickwick Papers, and the autobiographical David Copperfield are known for their remarkable characteristics and depictions of social classics. Right, continue on here. Next up to bat here, we've got John Dillinger, Gangster, 2011 Goodwin champions by Upper Deck. John Dillinger, born June 22nd, 1903, in Indianapolis, Indiana. Dillinger was a notorious gangster during the Great Depression of the 1930s. In 1933, after being paroled 8.5 years into a 10 to 20 year prison sentence for assault and robbery, Dillinger was made unable to gain employment. So he formed a criminal gang and returned to life of crime. Over the next year, Dillinger and his gang pulled off a series of robberies and jailbreaks, killing 10 men in the process. Dillinger's crime spree and his life ended July 22nd, 1934, when he was gunned down by FBI agents outside a movie theater in Chicago. There you go. John Dillinger. Now it looks like we've got another. Looks like a jockey. Laffit Pinkay Jr. jockey from Panini Golden Age in 2013. Pinkay Jr. learned to ride by watching his father, a jockey, and became the winningest rider in the history of the sport, reaching the winner's circle 9,530 times during a career that spanned 5 decades. A 1975 inductee into the Sports National Hall of Fame, he incredibly won nearly 20% of his races and made countless epic trips atop such legendary horse as Affirmed and Sham. 2013 Panini Golden Age product. Okay, next up to bat, looks like we got a soccer player here coming up. All right, Mia Hamm, soccer. 2011 Goodwin Champions by Upper Deck. She's a forward. Mia Hamm was born March 17, 1972 in Selma, Alabama. Hamm has experienced success in every level at which she has played. As a junior at Lake Braddock Secondary School in Burke, Virginia, she helped the team win the 1989 state title. And at North Carolina, she led the team to 4 NCAA titles. Playing for the United States, she scored a record 158 goals in 275 matches, earned gold medals in Atlanta in 1996 and in Athens, Greece in 2004, and was part of 2 World Cup titles. Mia Hamm. Right. Go in. We've got 4 people watching, 8 thumbs up. We're in a roll, getting close to double digits here. Next we got up to bat is painter, draftsman, and sculptor Pablo Picasso. Picasso was born in Spain in 1881, was among the best known and most influential artists of the 20th century. He is most famous as a co-founder of the Cubist movement, yet he excelled at many styles. Undeniably a genius of his craft, he painted and sculpted some of the most famous works of the time, including Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, and Guernica. Many of his works are among the most valuable in existence. Pablo Picasso. Oh, there we go. We've got an animal here, and it is Smarty Jones, thoroughbred racehorse. 2009 Goodwin Champions by Upper Deck. Smarty Jones was wildly popular after winning the Kentucky Derby and Preakness Stakes in 2004. Following wins in his first 6 races, the Chestnut Stallion went on to claim the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown before finishing second in the Belmont Stakes and later retiring with 8 wins in 9 starts. Smarty Jones, racehorse extraordinaire. The Vipster says he's lurking about in the background. All right there, Vipster. Was wondering there. I thought maybe you fell asleep or something, because I hadn't seen your eyes recently. I don't know why for sure, but I'm very thirsty this morning. All right, next up to bat, we've got Nikki Hayden. Nikki Hayden, Alan Ginter 2008 Topps. A motorcycle racing champion. Nikki captured the 2006 MotoGP Series Championship at age 25, becoming the latest in a line of former dirt bike champions to emerge on the big circuit. The Kentucky kid fearlessly stood out in AMA Superbike competition, winning Rookie of the Year and Athlete of the Year honors and claiming 17 overall victories. The popular driver jumped to MotoGP the following year and has been a dominant force. Nikki Hayden, motorcycle racing champion. Next up to bat here. Boy, I keep thinking I'm going to one of these cards are going to pop up here and it's going to be my brother-in-law. He was a jockey. War Admiral 1937 Triple Crown winner, Panini America Trading Card Company of 2013. Possessing the dark brown coat of his dam, Bruchuk, and the speed of man o' war, his legendary sire, War Admiral, won 21 of his 26 career starts, most notably the Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont Stakes in 1937. That Triple Crown effort earned him the number 13 spot on Blood Horse magazine's ranking of the top 100 thoroughbreds of the 20th century. War Admiral went on to sire 40 stakes winners. Again, this is War Admiral 1937 Triple Crown winner, 2013 Panini Golden Age. Next up to bat here, we've got James Bowie. James Bowie, American pioneer and soldier. James and his brothers Resin popularized the Bowie knife during their days as pioneers, frontiersmen, silver seekers, and, in James' case, a defender of Texas. Bowie is best known in his state for his prominent role in the Texas Revolution, even though he was born in Kentucky and raised in Louisiana. He battled bravely against the Mexican army, but met his death at the 1836 Battle of the Alamo. James Bowie. Okay. Next up, Next up, we've got Freddie Douglass. Allen Ginter, 2008. Frederick Douglass, American abolitionist, born 1818 to a slave mother and white father he never knew. Frederick became the father of the Civil Rights Movement. He fought discrimination against African Americans, women, and other groups. Douglass was an Underground Railroad station master who lent his ear to several presidents, including Lincoln, and became the first black citizen to hold a high rank, consul general in the United States government. Frederick Douglass. Here we go, another horse. Affirmed 1978 Triple Crown winner. Panini American Trading Card from 2013 Panini. Like great-great-grandfather, like great-great-grandson, or something to that effect. Affirmed proved to be a winner in the high-stakes world of thoroughbred horse racing, just like his distant relative, War Admiral, the 1937 Triple Crown winner. Affirmed also galloped to a elusive Triple Crown in 1978, becoming the 11th horse to do so. He did it while battling rival Alyadar on the track. There we go. Affirmed 1978 Triple Crown winner. Next up, we've got Wild Bill Hickok. Wild Bill Hickok, legendary Western American. James Butler Hickok became a legend of the American West as a gunfighter, lawman, marksman, scout, and professional gambler. Though some of his exploits were fictionalized or embellished over the years, Wild Bill did possess uncanny abilities with his gun, which he used as a small-town U.S. Marshal in 1876. Hickok was killed by a gunshot to the head while playing poker in the Dakota Territory. Wild Bill Hickok. Next up, we've got Annie Oakley. Allen Ginter, 2008. Annie Oakley, legendary Western American. Born Phoebe Mosey in Ohio, this real-life cowgirl gained acclaim for her ability to handle guns better than most cowboys of her day. She learned the skill as a young girl while hunting to help feed her family. Then later began winning bets and making good money performing as a record-setting shotgun sharpshooter. She took the stage name Annie Oakley, then later became a women's right advocate. Annie Oakley, legendary Western American. Next up, we've got James Fenimore Cooper. Oh, sorry about that. Got a little sneak peek of what was underneath him. James Fenimore Cooper, Allen and Ginter's 2008 Tops, was a novelist. The son of Cooperstown, New York founder William Cooper, James was a prolific and popular writer who specialized in sea stories and historical works as perhaps the first true American novelist. He is best known for his Leatherstocking Tales, which are chronicles of Native Americans and American frontiersmen, such as Natty Bumppo. During the 18th century, they include the classic The Last of the Mohicans, James Fenimore Cooper, novelist. Okay, probably pretty close to about 3/4 of the way through the stack. The stack is getting shorter, that's for sure. I'll probably scooch this over just a little bit here. There we go. Hold on a second. Got a little itch on my forehead. Alright, so Riva Ridge Thoroughbred. Riva Ridge Thoroughbred from a 2013 Panini Golden Age product. Riva Ridge had some family history to live up to when he got his chance to run around the racetracks. A distant relative to the legendary Man of War, Riva Ridge did just fine for himself. He hit his stride in 1972 by dusting the field at the Kentucky Derby, owned by Chinnery family, the one of Secretariat fame. Riva Ridge wasn't done. He also ran off with the 1972 Belmont Stakes. Again, Riva Ridge Thoroughbred from a 2013 Panini product. Next up to that here, we've got Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde was a playwright, novelist, and poet. The son of two gifted writers in Ireland, Oscar was born with a quick wit and a penchant for entertaining. The electric figure did so on several platforms, writing comedic masterpieces such as Lady Windermere's Fan and The Importance of Being Earnest for the stage, a well-known novel, the picture of Dorian Gray, and several popular works of poetry and praise. He died in 1900 at the age of 96. So that's Oscar Wilde, playwright, novelist, and poet. Okay. Next up is, let me refresh the chat clip. Seems everybody gets hungry about noontime. Imagine that, Jay. Imagine that. Okay. So next up to that here, we've got Harry Truman, 33rd president, according to Panini Golden Age, 2012. The only 20th century president without a college degree. Truman was thrust into office with the passing of FDR in 1945. His time was marked by a series of decisions that changed the course of the nation. Among them was perhaps the most difficult call in history, to drop atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. After the war's end, he engineered the rebuilding of Europe and signed an executive order that integrated the United States Army, a move that significantly advanced the cause of radical equality. Harry Truman, our 33rd president. Right. Next up to bat in the Golden Age is Gerald Ford, president. Historians must marvel at the path Ford took to the Oval Office. He served as both vice president and president without ever being elected to either office. Ford became Richard Nixon's vice president under the provisions of the 25th Amendment when Spiro Agnew resigned from office in 1973. Ford was then sworn in as the 38th U.S. Commander-in-Chief when Nixon resigned in 1974. Interesting. Gerald Ford, president. Next up, we've got Karen and Mickey Taylor, owners of Seattle Slough. I'm guessing they're the owners, probably. In 1975, Karen and Mickey Taylor, then 5 years into their marriage. Oh, Karen and Mickey. Now I remember. Reached into their pockets and dug up $17,500 and took a chance on a thoroughbred. Seattle Slough belonged to the Taylors, and their lives were set to change for good. The couple watched with glee as Seattle Slough roared to the 1977 Triple Crown. The devoted owners saw him win 14 times in 17 starts and make $1.2 million in earnings. So 2013 Panini Golden Age product. Next up to bat, we've got another jockey. Stephen Cawthorn, Triple Crown jockey. 2013 Panini Golden Age product. The words jumped right off the page on the May 20th, 1978 cover of Time magazine. A born winner beneath that description was a photo of a grinning Cawthorn in his silks and helmet. Complete with a victory cigar that year, the kid became the youngest jockey ever to complete American horse racing's Triple Crown, getting it done as a teenager at 18 while piloting affirmed into history. 2013 Panini Golden Age. All right, next up to bat. Oh, we got a Bigfoot sighting here. Bigfoot legend. 2013 Panini Golden Age. As of now, Bigfoot is more myth than reality. But just because the creature hasn't strolled into town and introduced himself doesn't mean he doesn't exist. Said to roam the mountainous regions of the America's Pacific Northwest, Sasquatch is said to be ape-like, walk on 2 feet, obviously rather large ones, stand up to 10 feet tall, and weigh a whopping 500 pounds. Keep a lookout, campers. Panini 2013 Golden Age, Bigfoot. I knew we'd get stuck with a Bigfoot sighting by the Bipster. That's fun though. Next up to bat, we got Lyndon Johnson, President of the United States. Lyndon Johnson. Previously a U.S. Congressman and Senator, Johnson campaigned for the presidency in 1960 and lost in the primaries, but accepted John F. Kennedy's invitation to join the ticket as vice president. When Kennedy was assassinated, he took the oath of office, finished out his predecessor's term, and won the 1964 election in a landslide, giving him the mandate to enact his Great Society legislation. Lyndon Johnson, President. Oh my word, we have yet another jockey. Let me get a wet whistle here to continue on. All right. All right, we've got Angel Cordero, jockey. I'm going to ask my brother-in-law if he knows some of these guys. Maybe if he does, he might be able to get them to autograph their cards. That would be cool. Through the mail for jockeys. The horse racing business was the family business for Corderos in Puerto Rico. Cordero's father, who went by the same name, served as a jockey and trainer on the Caribbean island. The younger Cordero started following his dad to the track at the age of 5, and by 17, he began racing. Cordero hit the United States Circuit in 1962 and became the first Puerto Rican to win all 3 Triple Crown races. Cool there. Angel Cordero, jockey in the 2013 Panini Gold Age. Next we got up here is Alexander Graham Bell, inventor. Almost said investor. It's the only fitting that Bell hailed from Edinburgh, Scotland, a city that has come to be known as Athens of the North, as a hub of culture, arts, and science. The city couldn't have been more proud of its native son, who at the age of 29 in 1876 changed the course of human communication by patenting the telephone. He placed the first phone call from Cambridge to Boston on October 9, 1876. Alexander Graham Bell. Next up to bat, there we go. Billy Sunday, evangelist. This is up my alley. Playing for 3 big league teams in an 8-year professional career, Sunday was one of the most exciting players of his era, dazzling crowds with his speed in the outfield. And on the base paths. He left the game in 1890 and went on to become the most well-known and influential evangelist of the early 20th century, preaching at extremely popular revivals in major cities across America. I did not know Billy Sunday not only was an evangelist, but was a baseball player. That is a fact that I did not know about Billy Sunday. But neat nonetheless. Next up the bat here, or up next, is Marie Curie. Almost grabbed 2 cards there. Got just a few more sets to go here to finish up our Animals, People, and Places series today. Marie Curie was a Nobel Prize chemist and physicist. Marie, along with her husband Pierre, is famous for the discovery of the radioactive elements radium and polonium. As physics professors at the Sorbonne, they performed research under primitive conditions, ill-equipped for their tasks, yet they shared the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1901. 10 years later, Marie won the Nobel Prize for Chemistry, an honor also bestowed upon her daughter, Irene, in 1935. So Marie Curie, Nobel Prize chemist and physicist. We've got another thoroughbred here, another animal. I think we got a couple more sets still. Sam Thoroughbred. Or Sam, who was a thoroughbred. Piloted by the Hall of Fame jockey Lafayette Pincay Jr., Sham was one of the fastest horses of his era, although largely overshadowed by a pure Secretariat with whom he shared a bloodline. Before the Triple Crown races in 1973, he had beaten Secretariat twice in the Santa Catalina Stakes, the Santa Anita Derby, but ultimately finished as runner-up in the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness Stakes, 2013 Panini Gold Age. Okay, next we got another thoroughbred. Oh my word. Got this loaded with the horses there, Hipster. This is our last set here of animals, people, and places. Let's remember the past. Riva Ridge Thoroughbred. Riva Ridge had some family history to live up to when he got his chance to run a distant relative of the legendary Man of War. Riva Ridge did just fine for himself. He hit his stride in 1972 by dusting the field at the Kentucky Derby, owned by Chinieri family, the one of Secretariat fame. Riva Ridge wasn't done. He also ran off with the 1972 Belmont Stakes. So Riva Ridge Thoroughbred is our last and final card for today. Let me set this aside real quick over here. Appreciate you spending time with me this morning on that set. That was fun presenting those with you. Why is it so busy today? I thought it was Taco Tuesday, not Pizza Tuesday. Sometimes you can never tell. We ended up going to Costco and get pizza for the girls that we took out to the lake. And we had a pizza lunch at Costco. And then we took them to the lake and they had snacks and ice cream. And they were like water bugs. They spent probably about 3 hours in the lake. Came out shriveled up like prunes. But they had fun. They had a blast yesterday, and that was fun sharing that short video yesterday in the stream. So now, without further ado, we will get into the final part of today's stream. That is going through my latest package from Ethan's Elvis Covers and Mores. He does a thing on, I think this was on my birthday on Friday. I was just having a lazy day after my stream, and he was doing his stack scheme. If you haven't seen his stack scheme that he does, it's an interesting way to have some fun on a day when he does put these together. I'm going to do something similar to that maybe. I was thinking about it at least, but kind of watched over how he does things there, and it is interesting for sure. So I think I jumped in, I think it was, maybe it's once or twice before. Can't remember for sure, Ethan. But I bought into 2 rounds there, and we're going to see what's in this package. I think he said he was going to throw something in there. He kind of does it and stuff, and then there's a, he puts some mysteries on the back of the cards as you shuffle through, and then I'll let Ethan explain more if he wants to. I was wondering, is there a reason why you don't do it on your YouTube channel there, Ethan? As another way of streaming on your YouTube channel? I was just kind of curious on that one. I know you do it on your Facebook group. Is that because you got more people on Facebook to follow you that way? Or this isn't... Oh, okay. Is it really? I was going to say, because you mailed this out. Oh, okay, so this isn't the stacks box, so this is the last sale and some birthday gifts, I think. Oh, okay. I guess I was thinking that came pretty quick. Even if you mailed that out Saturday and then I got it on Monday. But this is dated on my birthday. So I guess you sent this one out on my birthday, huh, Ethan? Okay. I thought it was the stacks. I guess I was wrong. So let's see. I guess this was the last sale. That's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, that's right. I guess I think the one I shared last week was from the one before or something like that. So I guess I got another package coming. Oh, maybe that's the other package that's coming in today. We might have another family nutball package from Ethan tomorrow. Is my guess then. I think my USPS said I did have another package coming in today. So I guess that must be the other package I'm getting today. Oh, just mailed the stacks out yesterday. Well, if it did go out yesterday and I get it today, the mail service is finally picking up and getting more speedy, I guess. Oh my word! I see something in here. This might be a fun package to go through. That's for sure. Now I feel bad. Should have got something better together for Ethan. Let's see. We'll get this one. It says these are some sale cards. These are some sale cards. Okay. Sale cards. Let's see what do we got here. This is probably wow, that's a big Patreon birthday package. Patreon/birthday package. And then we've got some more sale cards. And oh my word, I got a new. That's pretty cool there, Ethan. That's pretty cool. Let me set this right up here for now. The Seattle Mariners. Yeah, I guess because it barely fit in the box, but I can get that flattened out. This is felt, so felt will always flatten out. But that is cool. I'll brush it later. Woohoo! Seattle Mariners. Alright, let me set the box off to the side here for now. And let's see. Which one should I do first? I guess I'll leave the Patreon and birthday cards for last. We'll put these cards up here. We'll put these cards up here. We'll go through the first little bag of sale cards first. How's that sound? Right. Okay. Got Cal Ripken Jr. Archetypes. Like that. Archetypes. Let's see. Put that team bag up there. I can reuse that one. Oh, there we go. We've got boom, boom, boom. Cal Ripken Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. Oh, hold on. You know what? Let me fix this. I made it bigger so that you guys could see what we had scheduled there really quick. I'm gonna change my picture and move it up to the top here out of the way. Scooch this over a little bit. There we go. Now I got a little bit more space. You can kind of see my hologram sticker down here. You got the set of archetypes, I believe. Oh, is that what this is? So I think I pull. Maybe this was the set, yeah. But Griffey, Cal Ripken, Ty Cobb, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, Jackie Robinson, Greg Maddux, Albert Pujols, Ted Williams. He'll probably be in the Hall of Fame eventually, maybe. Ted Williams, Tony Gwynn, Johnny Bench, Mike Piazza, Nolan Ryan, Derek Jeter, all Hall of Famers except for Albert Pujols. But he might be down the road, right? You got the set of archetypes. Yeah, I think I decided to get that set, so that's probably what I have here. Maybe this one's the full set, that one's partials. I like getting some of the oddball stuff sometimes. There's a Mark McGuire. I could probably use this guy over again, cut it up into pieces when I pack my single cards from my eBay auctions. Right, this is the supersized team bags. That's what I call the bigger ones. We got the Mark McGuire, the Buster Posey, Gigantic Carlos Stanton. We got the Babe Ruth. We got the Goldie, Jonas Cespedes, Yasiel Puig, Steve Carlton, Mariano Rivera, Ricky Henderson. So yeah, most of these are all. I'll have to go through this one, see how many of the set I have here. I think I have some of these too, but at least I got a lot of my Hall of Famers I wanted. That's mainly why I did that. Of course, we got Robinson Cano here, Diamond Kings, Nolan Ryan, Topps Gallery, Eddie Murray, Johnny Bench, Mike Schmidt, Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer, Topps Gallery, Felix Hernandez with the Seattle Mariners. Let's see, yeah, that's Seattle. Put my Seattle cards off to the side here. Help me separating them later. Johnny Bench, Mike Schmidt, Felix Hernandez, Robinson Cano, Felix Hernandez, T1 Walker, Abraham Almonte, Robinson Cano, face to face, with short print 903 out of 999. Got a Mike Schmidt, Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer. Got two of those. I know where one of these are going. Superstar duos, Mark McGuire and Ricky Henderson. Right. Julio Rodriguez with the Seattle Mariners. We got Cal Ripken Jr. Chrome and the Mike Trout Archetype. Let me put the Cal Ripken Jr. on the bottom there. Let's get the Mike Trout in here with these archetypes. Okay. Put these here. Oddball. Some would say oddball. You always catch on those things, don't you, dare, Bipster? This looks like some more of my card sale items here. Ethan has some of the neatest sales. I can always count on getting some Hall of Famers, some just some neat different cards that you don't normally see. I don't know where Ethan gets all this stuff unless he's had them hiding out in boxes and he's sorting one box at a time. That's what I'm thinking. He's just doing like I've done over these last couple of years and going through all my boxes with all my cards. Well, we got a Cal Ripken Jr. here. Felix Hernandez and Randy Johnson. Let's see. Then we've got Cal Ripken Jr. and Manny Machado. Derek Jeter, Mark McGuire, Cal Ripken Jr., Josh Beckett, Willie McCovey, Mike Schmidt. I think these are the, what's this set called again? Claims 200, it is a highlight series. I believe it's a highlight series. In it, Fergie Jenkins, Fernando Valenzuela, Nolan Ryan, Jose Canseco, Nomar Garcia Parra, Justin Verlander, Brooks Robinson, Juan Marichal, Catfish Hunter, Nolan Ryan, Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth, that's two different Babe Ruths, by the way, 1932, 1928, Bob Feller, Stan Musial, Ted Williams, New York Giants, shot heard round the world, 1951, Ted Williams, Eno Slaughter, Ernie Banks, Roger Maris, two of them, 1960, 1961, Warren Spahn, and Miguel Cabrera. Awesome cards there. I like that. All right, now on to the final package of the box. It says it's some of my Patreon cards for the month, and he says my birthday. It's my birthday. It was my birthday. last Friday, and Ethan's birthday was yesterday. It's not too late. Wish Ethan a happy belated birthday. Hopefully people saw your posts and stuff, and hopefully they get notified that it was your birthday on your birthday yesterday. All right? And for those that are on Facebook with me, ignore my oops on my Facebook page. I kind of go through a battle. I switch because me and my wife share a Facebook page. So when it's time for her birthday, I usually change it to December 18th. And then when it's my birthday, I usually change it to July 9th. I forgot to do that this year. I was wondering, man, last year I got loaded up with happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, I forgot to edit it and change it. So I edited and changed it, and somehow I forgot to change. I changed the month to 7, but the day stayed at 18, which my wife says 12/18, and mine is 7/9. So it kind of mixed everything up in there. So if it says that, Ethan, I had a blast on your birthday stream. There we go. Okay? So let's see what Ethan sent in my Patreon package and my Patreon package. Jared Kelnick is cool. Ichiro Suzuki, that's cool. Got an extra one of those. I can put that into my Ichiro collection there. My Ichiro collection. And then also we got a Robinson Cano, 150 years of baseball with the New York Mets, Robinson Cano. And then, let's see, put him up there. We got a Yusei Kikuchi. Yusei Kikuchi. I say Kikuchi. 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 Then we got a Mike Trout. That's pretty cool. Mike Trout Bowman. Which one is that? 2020 Mike Trout. Card number 1. That's pretty good. Good card. Emerson Hancock with the Seattle Mariners. All right. Johan Ramirez with the Seattle Mariners. Oh, this is a team card. Let me go through this first. Evan White, rookie card. Jose Marmelos, rookie card. George Kirby with the Seattle Mariners. There we go. Rafael Montero, gold. That is 1436 out of 2021. And then a Taylor Trammell, outfielder for the Seattle Mariners. And this says just happy birthday, Kyle Lewis. What do we got in here for Kyle Lewis here? It's kind of hidden. I want to see the nice, pretty look on the card. It's a nice, shiny card, that's for sure. A Kyle Lewis. Ooh, it's a short print. It is a 114 out of 125. Thank you, Ethan. That is an awesome looking card. An awesome looking card. Get the number up on the top there. I don't think I've got. I might have this base. I might have the base card in this design. That is a nice card to put in my Kyle Lewis collection. That is for sure. And then these here, it looks like base cards for, is this Series 1 or Series 2? Series 2. Is this the Series 2 Seattle Mariners cards? Johan Ramirez, rookie card. Seattle Mariners, it's got Evan White. I believe that's Kyle Seager. Oh, I'm thinking who else is on there. Let's see, it probably says on the back. I don't think that's Marco or Ty France, is it? Then we got Ched Long. Another one of those. And J.P. Crawford and Tom Murphy. Thank you, Ethan. Appreciate that very, very much. These will go into my Seattle Mariners. I'll call out the Hall of Famers and put them in the separate area. And put my Kyle Lewis in with my Kyle Lewis collection. Actually, I don't know why I'm putting them there. We put these guys over here. So the main thrust, I guess, of the Ethan probably notices I will snag different little sets, or even if it's a partial set, to try and finish the set. But yeah, the archetypes, the highlight cards, the miscellaneous Hall of Famer card, but this is kind of cool. I got to figure out where to display this now. I might have to just put it up over on the side over here somewhere. Just put a little bit of a tape. Oh, there. That might hold there for now, but I'll get it stuck up. It's gonna, yeah, it will roll over. I will find a place for this. Oh, here we go. I think I can do that. There we go. You can see the banner. It's found a temporary prominent spot right there with my Yusei Kikuchi, my Ichiro, Cal Ripken Jr., Ken Griffey Jr., and another Ken Griffey Jr. up there. I'm finding places all over the walls to put things. But hopefully you all enjoyed this stream today as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. It's got Robinson Cano with the New York Mets. Traded 2019. Has it been that long since Robinson Cano left the Seattle Mariners? All right. So other than that, appreciate that, Ethan, very, very much. And tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Wednesday. Oh, that's right. We got to do a set review tomorrow. I'm debating on doing the 1981 or another set. One of my other new sets. I've got 3 new sets I got to review. I got a 1981, and I believe it's the I think it's the 85 and 86. Bipster could probably refresh my memory. He probably is a little bit sharper minded than I am. But I think maybe we'll do the 81. If not, we'll do the 85 or 86. I don't know if Bipster's hanging around or not. The Bipster of all things, Uncle Donald, show what Bipster sent you in your in my birthday card. Oh, okay, yeah. That's right, I forgot. I did get a birthday card from Bipster. It's downstairs, but I can show you the gift that Bipster sent me. Let me grab it out real quick. I kind of filed it away, but that's okay. Inserts. Hold on, give me a second here. I think I can. Yep, there we go. I found it, David. I found it. It's a big one. It's a very big card. But show us what was in the birthday card I sent, please. No problem. Bipster says, do the 85 set tomorrow. Okay. That's no problem. I'll binderize it later today. Probably tonight sometime before I go to bed. But I will binderize it. So here is what Bipster sent me. It is a Honus Bonus Wagner. This is the mini, but it is the Piedmont back, which is the harder one to find. Appreciate that, Bipster. This goes in my Hall of Fame collection for Honus Wagner, for sure. This goes in my Honus Wagner. Let's see. Get it. Come on. There we go. You can kind of see. Oh, there we go. That's a pretty good view of it right now. It's the Topps 206 Mini Honus Wagner type reprint. And it is New Baseball Series Piedmont, the brand of quality. So that is the harder one to find with the Piedmont back. Okay. That's the rare Piedmont back. There we go. So thank you, Bipster, for sending that in my birthday card that I got last week. Very, very cool. Let me see here. dun, 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 dun. Actually, if I put it down, you could probably see it a little bit better there. Next to the Robinson Cano, you can compare a full, or no, I'll put them right next to Mike Trout there. You can see a full-size regular card. And then the Honus bonus, I call them Honus bonus T206 Wagner Piedmont back. It is the Piedmont back. Do want people to know that it is the Piedmont back, which is the harder mini to find. So boom, boom, boom. Thank you, Ethan, for this Kyle Lewis. I know for sure I do not have this Kyle Lewis in my collection. So this will be a nice shiny Kyle Lewis going to my Kyle Lewis collection. That is for sure. Okay. Perfect gift for a great person. Thank you there, Bibster. Appreciate that. And Sportsline, hello Donald. Hope things are well. Yes, I am doing well, Sportsline. Thank you and the crew if you're there with the crew. I don't know if you're at work or at home or where you might be today, but thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out with me this day. Appreciate it very much. Everyone hit that like button. Yes, I did make it up to 10 thumbs up. That's pretty good. 10 thumbs up, double digits. Anytime I can make it to double digits, it's a good day. Anytime I can make it to double digits, it's a good day. So other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign off for today. Let me open this up just a little bit more. No, not that far. Not that far, Blomdahl. No, I'll leave you right up there. All right. So this has been Donald Blomdahl, Hall of Fame Veterans, Sports Cards and Collectibles, having been live to you this Tuesday when we did episode 2, Animals and People and Places. Let's remember the days of past. A little bit of a history of sports type players and places, historical type stuff. Yeah, I can bounce myself all over the screen. Well, I can make you dizzy. I can cover up the cards. I can cover up my emblem down here. I can move me over here. I can make you guys go around in circles, trying to find out where I'm going to stop. I'll stop right there. Yes, I'm being goofy. All right, so take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day. This has been Donald Blomdahl, Hall of Fame Veteran Sports Cards and Collectibles, come to you live from Arlington, Washington. And as Bipster says, it's not just words, it's be blessed. Bye for now. Take care there, Bipster. You are at the doctor's office now. Bye, everyone, and take care. And we will see you all tomorrow morning. Same bat